In case you don't know, learning a skill is different from mastering a skill. And learning a skill is not just enough, because if you end up there, you might not become good at what you do. Do you understand? The period where you learn a skill is that period where you get to know what the skill is all about, you get to know what it entails and all of that. But mastering a skill is a gradual process. You need to put in the work to it in order to get the results you're looking for. That's the reason why in this very video I want to show you quickly how you can keep improving on your skill, keep sharpening your skill in less than 2 weeks. Do you understand? Most persons end up getting a course, and because they're not getting results they expected in that course, they will just keep complaining and probably give up on a skill. Do you understand? Probably they told you that in less than 2 weeks or 5 weeks you will master the skill, and you didn't get that expectation at the end of the day. I assure you that you were cajoled to get that course and you were lied to. Do you understand? You cannot master a skill within 2 weeks or 5 weeks. You can only learn about the skill and know what it's all about. So follow me in this very video as I show you how you can improve on your skill and keep sharpening your skill in less than 2 weeks. All right, without wasting much time, let's get into what we have in this very video quickly. Okay, during this stay at home times of the COVID-19 outbreak, it seems we all have ample time to learn new skills. During this time, you see many persons venturing into different skills. Yes, even me too. I had to go into the digital space full time as at then. Okay, however, one should be intentional in achieving this target so as not to lose track of the objectives after a couple of days. Yes, you understand. Some persons just want to learn a skill for learning's sake. They are not having this positive mindset about it. They are not intentional about it. Yeah, according to Josh Kaufman, in his epic TED talk, argues that a person can learn, not master, but learn a new skill in just 20 hours, contrary to 10,000 hours of mastering the skill in expert level. So as I was saying in the beginning of this video, there's difference between you learning a skill and mastering a skill. You understand? You cannot master a skill within a short period of time, because in the level of mastering, it takes a gradual process. Okay, for most of us, 20 hours should suffice to do the work for a relatively new skill that one can immediately start benefiting from. In a software world, this could be learning a new technology, such as learning React for front-end development and all of that. All right, according to Josh Kaufman, in his TED talk, he outlines the 4 simple steps for rapid skill acquisition. So follow me quickly. Number 1, he talked about deconstruct the skill. Since the skill to be learned could be too big or deep, one has to determine which parts are the most important to be learned to be useful to the person. Perhaps the Pareto principle of 80-20 can apply here, in such that knowing 20% of most important parts of the skill would accomplish 80% of the job in the end. Do you understand? Okay, as at when we went for our training, as at 2019, 2020, during COVID-19 and all of that, we went to this digital hub where we were told about digital marketing. Now, digital marketing was very large, so we had to choose a skill within digital marketing. So what they did was they elaborated everything that has to do with digital marketing and all it's all about. So it's now your choice to choose either copywriting, content creation, SEO optimization and all of that. You understand? So Now you cannot just learn everything at once. As time goes by and you want to enlarge and diversify, you can also pick other related courses. You understand? So 20% of the important parts you know in that skill can cover up for 80% of your job at the end of the day. Do you get that? Do you understand? So in the learning process, it's what you have to take bit by bit. Do you understand? You get to see your mistakes when you were learning, and you get to put some corrective measures so that it won't repeat itself. Do you understand? All right, the third step here is remove barriers. Remove barriers. As we are bombarded with several distractions during the day and at every place in our daily journey, it is good idea to stay away from them, such as the TV, the mobile phones, and everything else that keep us away from concentrating on the work. So whatsoever will distract us in our learning process, we need to do what? Keep it aside. There are so many distractions. Your friends might want to come and distract you. Your phone itself can distract you. For you not to allow your phone to distract you, you have to be disciplined enough for you not to allow your phone to distract you, because this your phone already will be coming up with messages either from WhatsApp, Facebook, and other platforms. So when you are using your phone to learn other things to learn, there is a way you need to mute other things so that it won't distract you. Okay, the first step is complete the 20 hours. Now it might not necessarily be 20 hours. The number of hours you give to yourself, make sure you hit the target. If it is 10 hours you're giving to yourself daily, make sure you hit it. Okay, make sure you complete it. Even those 20 hours would not be easy, as one would be challenged psychologically with the learning curve being steep in the beginning, which might create frustrations and disappointment. Nevertheless, stay calm, persevere, and finish those 20 hours. Persevere and finish those 20 hours, or 10 hours, or 5 hours. Do you understand? You need to what? Make sure the number of hours you're giving to yourself, the target you're giving to yourself, you are hitting it. We should realize that these objectives can only be achieved by deep work. You need to be intentional about what you are doing. If not, you cannot achieve it. Okay, which is a method to gain competency in new skills via shallow work, which is work that is easy to replicate and mostly done without even putting too much intellectual effort into it. Most of our daily routines fall into shallow work category. All right, that is a talk for another day. Let's move to the next slide. It is a good idea to follow these 4 helpers to get organized and to do the maximum with spending minimum time. Okay, these 4 things I'm about to share with you now, it will help you do a lot of things within a limited time. Okay, focus on the most important. You don't need to be here and be here. In that skill you are learning, what you need to focus on is that area that is very much important, especially that area you are finding very much difficult. You understand? You have to deconstruct the skill and find the important ones to focus on. Set metrics. Choose metrics for your achievement. For example, for coding, it could be something like line coding, at least 100 lines of code in one day. Depends on how you want to do it. And also similarly to other skills too. If it is graphics design, okay, I want to be doing 5 designs on social media flyer per day, 10 designs on body designs. Do you understand? So you need to do what? Set metrics, set targets, set what you want to achieve. Do you understand? Then you keep track of metrics set for the achievement and periodically go over them to see if you are on track. Then you have accountability. You understand? You have to be accountable, because at times you might feel you are the boss on your own, as I was saying in my last video. So you don't need anybody to to be accountable to. But you see, sometimes it's cool for you to be accountable to someone, so that when you are not doing well or when you're not hitting your target, somebody will be there to use the rod or use words that will make you go back to what you've said earlier. Okay, for making sure not to bend the rules, find someone to report to for the progress, such as co-worker or spouse or anybody that you feel can talk to you for you to hit your target when necessary. Okay, now 2 hours daily deep concentration is relatively easy, but for those who find it hard to concentrate even for those amounts, perhaps there are children in the house who did not go to sleep yet, the following methods can be tried. Change the method or change the medium of work. For example, go to a coffee shop instead of trying to work at home or at the office. Do something completely different. Take a walk, watch an episode of your favorite TV show, or just do something that you feel will make you less tensed. Okay, or take away the stress. You understand? In case you are feeling highly pressured, you need to make sure you rest before you go into anything that has to do with learning. Okay, in this case, your brain will continue working in the background on the topic as well, but do come back and finish the required time. Okay, whenever you rest, whenever you take your time to relax, when you are okay, you can come back to whatsoever you're doing. Okay, now let's go into how you can improve on your skill. Just have few points here I'll share with you, and that'll be all for this video. Okay, the number one important one is get a coach. You don't know it alone. You can't know it alone. Okay, get a coach. Find someone who is already an expert in the area you are trying to improve on. Okay, they may be able to offer advice on how to approach the learning process or explain how to complete specific tasks. Consider asking teachers, more experienced co-workers, or others in your network for help. You can also look for tutorials online to see how to perform different parts of the skill. Do you understand? You can get a coach. You cannot do it alone. So many persons think that they can do it alone, but you can't. Do you understand? The same skill you are learning, somebody learned it before you and the person is doing very well. So what you need to do is, okay, ask questions. If possible, make that person to be your coach, your mentor, that will pull you through in whatsoever you feel is difficult for you. Also, you can just go online, do some research in that area you're finding very difficult, and you need to do what? Learn more about it. Do you understand? The second point on how you can improve on your skill is be deliberate. Most times when people come and meet me and say they want to learn a skill or want to learn one skill or the other, what I ask them is that, are you really sure you want to learn the skill? Because if you're not deliberate or intentional about the skill you're learning, there is no way you want to stay in that skill to become perfect in it. You understand? Most times you feel distractions because you hear this skill now is not the skill that is reigning, more lucrative, or it's not the skill that is having much money in it. You understand? When you are deliberate about the skill you're learning, you just want to stay put in it. You don't want to be distracted and go to other places. Okay, when practicing your skill, give it your full attention to better absorb the process and techniques involved. Try to eliminate any distractions so you can focus on improving your skill. If possible, try to find a quiet area to work on your skill and set a timer to fully utilize your time. You understand? You need to be deliberate. If you are not deliberate and intentional about the skill you're learning, you lose focus and your attention will be drifted. Do you understand? Over time. Okay, let's move to the next slide. How you can improve on your skill. The third point here is visualize success. Try to stay positive when improving a skill, which can help you stay motivated. One way to remain positive is by visualizing yourself performing that skill. Celebrate smaller successes, such as passing milestones or improving a smaller subset of your skill. Do you understand? The only way you can stay motivated is to try to stay positive, okay? Even though you are trying to learn on this skill, or you are still learning the skill and you're not getting results that you need, it's as if you're not improving. Still positive, okay? Stay positive. You might think you're not improving on your skill, but I tell you, no matter how little you add up by sharpening a skill, the positive results that will come out will wow you, to shock you. You understand? It's just that it's a gradual process. Just as you keep building on a block and keep building, you wouldn't know that it's actually having a progress, or what you are doing is progressing, unless it has come to that point where they want to roof it, where they want to do other things on it. Okay, so each day you are improving on your skill, something is adding up to what you know before. Okay, so the last point is challenge yourself. You cannot remain in the same spot you are, and if you've remained for 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 a very long time, you've remained on the same spot, you need to do what? Challenge yourself to get up from that place. Okay, improving a new skill often means you need to overcome challenges to achieve success. Okay, for example, if you want to improve public speaking, you may need to challenge yourself to speak in front of increasingly large groups. Consider setting new challenges for yourself as part of your goals to help you make noticeable improvements. Yes, so to improve on your skill, you need to challenge yourself to do what you feel you cannot do before, to start and jeering yourself, to take away that fear that's there, okay, and begin to do what you could not do. Do you understand? There are so many points that I would have loved to share. Time wouldn't allow me to do that, okay, but I know with this little I've shared with you, you have a little idea on how you can improve on your skill daily. Do you understand? And become master in that skill over time. Do want to share this video to as many you can share with, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you are coming in for the first time. Do well to also turn on your notification bell if you are coming in for the first time. Cheers.